Welcome to the Downside Patreon exclusive with a public excerpt, as always. I am here with my co-host, Russell Daniels.
Hi, Gianmarco.
I haven't seen him in so long. We haven't even talked on the phone that much, so, this is a real... Can I just say right at the gate, though, I'm wearing a shirt that an audience member gave me, and I don't think I can wear it out of the house.
Why?
Because here's the shirt. It says... not Hugh Jackman. So that's how it starts. Okay, that's how it starts. Which, it's a lot to meet someone. Someone sees me and it's like, hey, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not Hugh Jackman. And then on top of it, it says not Hugh Jackman. Furthermore, actually can sing, bring him home.
Oh, my God.
Someone's meeting me for the first time before they even hear me speak. And I go, hey. I'm not Hugh Jackman. I'm a much better singer. Wow. I mean, that would be like if someone got Russell a T-shirt that said, not J.D. Vance, I've always loved Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That, I can't wear this. I can't. I'm flattered. It's very nice.
They made that.
They made that for
That's
me.
It's not like a thing. It's not like a...
Well, they should have added that to the text. It should have said... Someone gave me this shirt to let you know I'm not Hugh Jackman.
Wow.
And also, I can't sing better than Hugh Jackman. Are you out of your fucking minds?
Yeah, Hugh
Get out of
Jackman's
here.
pretty good. He's a very good
singer. He's a good singer.
Yeah.
Listen, if you said I'm better at stand-up comedy than Hugh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I don't even know that. He could whip it out. So, thank you for that gift. I'm wearing it now. I'm wearing it right now. I'll wear it to sleep, but I can't wear it on stage. That's just.
That's very sweet. Where did you get it from? Like where? Like what city were you in?
God, I don't even know. It all
you don't
mixes
know
together. I appreciate the gifts. Some people have given me theater shirts from their old productions of things. In Montreal, I got bagel shirts. I'm digging it. I'm digging the gifts. I like shirts, vintage, theater, large or extra large, medium. I'll wear it once, but people go, okay. What are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
What do you want as a gift? We have some Downside Lives coming up.
Money. Money. I could do. Oh, I don't know. I don't like nothing that I have to carry on in my suitcase.
So food.
So food or a drink after the show or.
What kind of food are you accepting? Because someone got me a pizza once, and I'm like, I don't know if you poisoned this. I just go in my mind. I go, they're trying to poison me.
Oh, I don't think homemade stuff. I think like something that's been bought. Do you know what I mean? Because I do feel like I do feel I don't know.
We want a sleeve of Oreos? I think that would be
a frozen pizza. No, I don't know. Like I just think like generally as a rule of thumb, if I don't know someone, I don't know, homemade thing that's very intimate. Eating someone's homemade thing if you don't know them, and you don't have anyone to vouch for them.
What if it's hey, here's a croissant, and it's in the bag from the famous croissant place in Vancouver?
You sold me right away. That sounds amazing. A croissant.
If you want to kill Russell, it's pretty easy.
You could just say any baked good, and I'd be like, oh my
God,
that
just walk
amazing.
Up with your hand out. Middle of the show. Russell, no.
No, pay attention.
Well, let's cut the bullshit. People are here for one reason and one reason only.
What?
It's
What
the
reason?
Downside. It's the Downside Super Bowl analysis. How are we feeling about the game?
I didn't watch. I didn't watch 1 second of it. I had rehearsal.
You watched 1 second? Oh,
sorry, I can't. I have rehearsal. You know that.
That is so lame to have a rehearsal during Super Bowl. That's not nice.
Crunch time. It's crunch time.
Which thing is this? Can you say?
I could say, yeah. There's Gianmarco. There is nothing in my life right now that I can't say. There is
when you leave
not
Ripley Greer as TMZ on the street, like what's this?
What is? Oh no, my for my band I'm in that I haven't.
Oh,
ever
for your
talked
band.
about.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, yes. Remind people, not me. 'cause I
I've
know
never
the
said
name.
it. I've never. Our name is Roostaban. I've never talked about it. This is a Patreon exclusive breaking news.
Roostaban.
Roostaban,
Like
my
rooster,
friends and I.
ROO.
ROOSTA. Period. Bon. BON. Our my friends and I, like 7 or 8 years ago, started writing songs as for fun, and they're not funny songs. I don't like musical comedy. They're real songs, and then we got to a point where we had enough songs, and we were like, we should probably play this. But so it's just kind of a fun, nice thing that we've been doing, and now, but we put we like at the time we were like, we're gonna do it this date. And that felt far away and manageable to like learn how to actually play everything live. And now it's happening. It's 2 weeks away. So it feels like, holy shit.
Are you excited? This is it's for people who don't know. Russell, he's had this band, and it's like it's this mysterious thing, and he won't talk about it. And so to me, on the outside, it feels like a big deal. You know, I wish I could see it.
I'm excited. The first show is just for friends and family, so it's like pretty. I mean, it's a smaller space. I think we've invited like probably 60 people, and that can only fit 70 people. And I am excited. I love our songs and stuff. I think it's it just feels so different than like our comedy stuff or theater stuff. It feels like both almost more pressure because it's like feels so exposing. Like it feels like without having the comedy element, you know what I mean? Like being like, these are serious songs about space and middle school. That like that feels more revealing, but also I have none of the pressure of like, I'm gonna be a rock star, you know, like, so it's it's weird. It's like a weird mix of
that's interesting.
Whatever.
I feel that with because the theater adult shows. There's part of me that's like, ooh, what if I do a sincere Sondheim song or something? Yeah. And then it's just like, I don't know. That feels very vulnerable. Way more risky than like a edgy joke. Okay, so you didn't watch the Super Bowl.
I mean, I saw online takes. I saw the halftime show, obviously.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that. I think our fans are more interested in the
I know you were upset about that.
Yeah. No, you know what's so I just think about, like, especially leading in the halftime, they have the round table of 6 guys doing analysis, and it's just it all feels so silly because they're just like, well, do you think they could come back? I think there's a chance they could come back.
I know.
They got to get the ball into the end zone. And they got to do it a lot if they want to, and also because the first half, the was it called the Chiefs? The Chiefs, they were
what's it called?
They were down. I think 24-0, and I know these guys are told by the NFL, hey, please just emphasize that. You know, they should keep watching. It's
still anyone's game. Yeah,
it's still anyone's game, and there's a chance. And so not only is it like bullshit, like fluff, they're also lying to me too. And I would love, if I was on that panel, I would be like, if they had like, sometimes they have a comedian do these things, it would be pretty shocking if I end up being one of those comedians.
Yeah.
But I would be up there and be like, I don't know, guys, game's over. Turn the TV off. Go read a book, ladies and gentlemen. This one's in the bag.
And don't buy one more thing. Don't buy one more thing.
If you see one more ad, you know that company hates you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the goal. I think sometimes as a comedian, you got to decide what places do you not need to go back to and just burn that bridge.
Hey, do you think that it costs more money? It probably costs more money to advertise in the first half of the show, don't you think?
I imagine so. I was talking to Tova. I'm like, do the contracts have clauses of if it's tied at halftime, the commercial is this much money, or is it blanket? Is it paid up front? I have to imagine. I don't know. I feel like the teams or the NFL would be like, or Fox would have to say, no, we just want you to pay this up front. You're taking the risk, not us.
Yeah,
you take the risk. Hey, it's two good teams. Who knows?
Yeah. Did you watch with anyone or by yourself?
Just Tova, and it's funny because she's so not into it. I can follow along. She just isn't into it, and I'm like, let's pretend. And she can't muster. She's not a great pretender of enjoying things.
Yeah.
But let's discuss not necessarily even the halftime show, because I know you were frustrated you couldn't, what'd you say, understand any of the lyrics, and there weren't enough white people.
Let me tell you, I told you last night, I went on Facebook for some reason. I mean, I know why I went on. Because it's like one of those places where it's only like, if I go onto Twitter, it's strangers I'm seeing discussing the halftime show. If I go onto Instagram, it's just kind of like pictures or like woo food at the Super Bowl parties, and then if I go on Facebook, it's like people like from my past lives that are very invested in one of the Super Bowl, and man, the amount of comments that just basically boiled down to is, I just don't think you like black people. And it's just,
of course,
like all the different ways people say that, they'll be like, oh, and it's funny because I have some music teachers, because I went to music school, and so they'll just be like, the musicality actually is very low, and like I'm like, yeah, is it?
Oh my
is that
God, I love we could rank the elevated forms of racism. Let's see the full spectrum. There's just like I don't want a black performer, and then there's like the musicality was a bit soft in the turns and the choreography. We texted about this for a second, where like there's a part of me that goes, good, people are at least saying what they mean so you can know who they are. It reminds me of a Roy Wood Jr. joke of something. He opens a special with like, but if we take all the Confederate flags down, how will we know which houses to avoid?
Yes.
And there is something like, per your point about like the elevated racism or racism disguised, that then you engage in kind of a false argument with someone where like then you start you battle them about the nuances
about musicality
of the music. Yeah. And it's like, what would you rather do? Like have a fake discussion or have someone be like, I don't think halftime performers should be black, and then you go, okay, well, I disagree with that, and I think I can like have a real argument with you about that. Yeah. Why that's bad.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't know. I just think, I mean, right now it's like DEI, which was like it was about companies hiring employees, and now that's become the just one notch away from saying I'm racist to saying, oh, DEI hire. You're like, what do you and I just think we've engaged in so many false debates for so long, and we've seen so much quote unquote progress by getting people to not say the R word, for example.
Yeah.
And the moment the gates have been opened, everyone's like, gleefully, they couldn't wait to say it. And I go, there was no improvement made with what we thought was being done when it came to that kind of censorship. That I don't know. Is it better to face it head on, or is it better to be polite? I don't know.
But it is funny. I mean, my favorite, I did see one that really made me laugh, though, was on Twitter, the Texas governor complaining about DEI, and you're like, sir, well, just like, being like, sir, you're in a wheelchair, like they'll take away your ramps, like what what are you talking about? Inclusion is basically, I mean, okay, like I would love, like what's that mean? Like if we really were like, no, inclusivity, get rid of the ramps, get rid of the things.
If he was tweeting it like mid ramp and they said, "Sorry, I got to take this away," and they lift it up,
they roll him back down. He can't even get to the governor's place. They take away the ramp from his mansion. Like,
well, that's the thing. When people are complaining about like DEI with pilots, I'm like, you're not complaining about it when you're on the airplane. I'll tell you that much. Like you go. I don't know. I don't know what's better. Again, it's like, would I rather know that there's a lot of Nazis out there? Or would I rather have them all, hide it and then gather? This is what feels like it happened. It's like they were just all gathering. And now that it's exploded out into the mainstream, it was like, oh, we just didn't see them. They were underground. They were at dinners. They were behind closed doors exchanging these ideas. And then they burst onto the scene.
Some people who are finding out that they are not that they would have known that.
But that's the thing.
Some people are like, oh, wow, I feel that too. And like, it's like the worst thing in the world, and like it's wild. It's just crazy.
But I also think there's a lot of conservatives or what have you that were able to go, our party's not racist, and maybe as dumb as it is, like when they look around and they see the literal fucking Kanye West swastika shirts and red armbands, they go, oh, maybe. Yeah. Maybe we have a problem. Maybe they need to see that to confront their coalition and go, because I saw some people going. I mean, it's all vile to me where they're like, I actually like the halftime show. He showed the American flag, and there was no dancers with devil horns on. I don't know what people are complaining about, and maybe those people go, oh, I'm not as racist as these people.
Yeah.
And of course, there are those people. There's this mix of like, I think both things are stupid. There's one party that's like, he made an American flag. That's nice to see that, some patriotism, and that's obviously insane. And then there's other people who go like, yeah, he really stuck it to the man. You can't stick it to the man doing a halftime show.
Yeah,
you can't. You know who stuck it to the man? It was the dancer who held up the Palestinian flag and was chased off and has been banned from seeing NFL shows ever again. That's the rebel.
It is like a little bit of a also, I mean, there's arguments to be made of like messages and blah, blah, blah. But there's that funny thing like where sometimes you'll see like a conspiracy theory of like, what are the secret messages Kendrick Lamar was sending? And you're like, I don't know if that is like, then if it's like that, like you're writing like full op-eds on it and being like looking into it, I don't know if it resonated like full, like not all, some of these things that people are finding. Obviously there's things happening, having Samuel Jackson be Uncle Sam and blah, blah, blah. Like obviously there was things in there, but yeah,
at the end of the day, art, at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta go, art is meant to be enjoyed. And what else, what did you want? Did you want the halftime show to start a revolution, or did you want to go, hey, that was really thoughtful, that was interesting to watch, and at the end of the day, it was a good 15 minutes of life? There's so much is like, well, what did it do? What did it mean? What did it say? It just was.
Yeah.
And you got to take it in. And those jeans look great. And apparently they're Celine jeans. So my sister, who works for Celine, the company's blowing up. I want those jeans.
His jeans? Kendrick Lamar?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Do you know,
he looked good.
I don't understand the Drake Kendrick Lamar thing. We don't have to talk about it, but I've not learned the.
Whoa! What do you mean you don't? You don't know any of it?
I know it's happened. I know that there's a song, but I don't know how it started. And actually, please don't tell me right now. but I'm just saying that's something I've been saving, I guess, for a rainy day or something. I've not looked into it, into why it's happened. But I gotta say, after the Grammys and then this, Drake is like, it's a tough hill to come back. I feel like you see the Grammys, you saw the whole music industry be like, fuck you, man. You're like, and then to see the whole country be like, fuck you, man. Like, I just feel
think
like
it's gotten so popular. It's not like the whole country knows all the details. I barely remember the details from the one article I read in GQ about, like, everything from the beginning.
But we know that we know he's a pedophile, or he's like, we know that he's.
But that's my point. No one knows anything.
We get that.
But
We know that.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah.
All I know is, like, his next couple songs better be really good.
Really
Babe,
good.
Take some time. And, like, I saw on Twitter his next album, it's called, like, it's for Valentine's Day. It's Love Songs #4 You. And I'm like, back to the drawing board, buddy. That's not going to do it. That's not going to get you out of the pedophile hole.
Yeah. What would get him? I mean, what title would?
It's not a title. It's got to be the greatest song ever written. It's got to be a banger that he's not talking about himself on. It's got to be like a song that we just love and we play.
Parentheses, that's who I'm interested in.
That's what you think. You think the song should be like, I like them old. I like those saggy
old
titties.
ladies. Yeah.
Old.
I love old ladies.
Age of consent, double it for me.
You're listening to The Downside
The Downside.
with Gianmarco Soresi.